highlights. Welcome. So today's video is going to be a semi-role play. If you want to be a foster parent, of some of the things you're going to have to go through, and one is criminal record. Yeah, so I'm actually filling it out for myself as I role play for you. Killing two birds with one stone. Let's get started. Hi. Welcome to our agency. We're so glad that you picked us on this journey of foster care. Yes. So, out in the front, they went over everything with you, interviewed you, past that part with flying colors. So now we need to get into the nitty-gritty. I know this might seem a little harsh because you're envisioning caring for a little baby, but we have to do our due diligence, and we have to make sure that the people who are under us are all clear of everything. So you need to have a background check, criminal record check, and a fingerprint clearance card. I'm going to help you today since I work in the criminal justice department. I'm going to help you today with your criminal history. I'm going to let you fill this part out. But as you can see, we have tons of questions that every single box needs to be checked. Yes. We want to make sure that the children that we are placing in anyone's home will be safe. Okay, so the first page is non-appealable offenses. And the second page behind that is appealable 5 years after conviction. And then lastly, it's like the longest one of questions is appealable offenses. You have to answer yes or no to each and every question. So I'm just going to go ahead and read the top part for you so you understand. Okay. So, non-appealable offenses. Okay. Are you waiting for, or have you ever been convicted of committing, attempted to commit, soliciting, or facilitating, or conspiring to commit one or more of these crimes in this state of Arizona, or a similar crime in another jurisdiction? Mark yes or no as applicable. If you are subject to registration as a sex offender in this state or any other state, or awaiting trial, or have been convicted of committing, attempted to commit, soliciting, facilitating, or conspiring to commit one or more of these crimes in this section, DPS will deny your level 1 clearance card, and you will not be eligible to appeal the decision. Expunge convictions from any court other than juvenile court must be identified. Okay, so you understand? When I ask you these questions, please answer yes or no. And then we move forward. I believe all the clients in front of me, but You'd be surprised if people think they can lie. Like, we're not going to take your word for it. But this is all for the safety of the children, so please don't be offended. I'm sure you will do fine. Okay, so let's get started. Remember, yes or no, and I have to click every single box, okay? Sexual abuse or vulnerable adult? No. Incest? No. Homicide, including first or second degree manslaughter? No. Sexual assault? No. Okay. Sexual exploitation with a minor or vulnerable adult? Commercial sexual exploitation of a minor or vulnerable adult? No. Child prostitution? Child abuse? No. Felony child neglect? Sexual conduct with a minor? Molestation of a child? No. Dangerous crime against children? Exploitation of a minor involving drug offense? Taking a child for the purpose of prostitution? Neglect or abuse of a vulnerable adult? Sex trafficking? Sexual abuse? Production, publication, sale, possession, and presentation of items as prescribed. Furnishing harmful items to a minor as prescribed. Furnishing harmful items to minors by intent, activity as prescribed. Good. Indecent telephone communication to a minor? No. Luring a minor for sexual exploitation. Incitement of persons for purpose of prostitution. No. Pursuit of false pretense of persons for purpose of prostitution. No. Pursuing or placing person in home, house prostitution. No. Receiving earnings for prostitution. No. Causing one's spouse to become a prostitute. No. So you didn't pimpel your husband? Sorry. Okay. Gotta loosen it up here. Detention of a person in a house of prostitution. Keeping or residing in a house of prostitution or employment of prostitutions. You don't got nobody in your family who prostitute. Pandering. Trafficking of a persons for forced labor or services as defined in ARS. No. Transporting persons for the purpose of prostitution, polygamy. No. Portraying adult as a minor as prescribed as ARS. No. Admitting minors to public display of sexual conduct. Any felony offense involving contributing to the delinquent of a minor. No. Unlawful sale or purchase of children. Child polygamy. No. Any felony offense involving domestic violence? No. Felony indecent exposure? You're not a flasher? No. Felony public sexual indecency? You don't go streaking at football games. Felony driving under the influence, driving under extreme influence, or aggravated driving under the influence if committed within 5 years of the date you applied for a level 1 clearance card. Good. Terrorism? Good. Any offense involving a violent crime as defended in ARS? No. Good. Very intense. I am so sorry. I get it. As a parent, we fostered. And we have to go through background check, criminal check, finger clearance card. Why? The people giving birth don't. Yes. All good. It will all be good. Okay. So, this is a billable 5 years after conviction. So everything I ask you is if you had this after 5 years of conviction. So you were convicted in 1995, and then in 2000 you had puppies. Okay? Alright. I have to warn you. If you say no, you're good. Over 5 years, then the answer is within 5 years, over 5 years, or no. Okay? So, endangerment. Threatening or intimidating. I do that to my husband all the time. Assault. Aggravated assault. Unlawful administration, intoxicating liquors, narcotic drugs, or dangerous drugs. No. Not that you've been arrested for it, right? Were you at Woodstock? Just kidding, I know you're not that old. Dangerous or deadly assault by prisoner or juvenile. No. Prisoners who commit assault with intent to incite to riot or participate in a riot. Assault by a vicious animal. Like a chihuahua. Drive-by shooting. I mean, if you're from California, like me, live in LA. My grandma lived in South Central, so I know all about the drive-by shootings. You live over there? No. Assault by public safety employee or volunteer and state hospital employee. Discharging a firearm at a structure. No. Until you got caught. Prisoner assault with bodily fluids. Ugh. No. Aiming a laser pointer at a peace officer. Yeah? You could do a laser pointer at a cat. Don't you do that at a police officer? Assessing. Excuse me. of peyote. You know any Native Americans here in Arizona? Yeah, like that stuff. Possession and sale of a vapor releasing substance containing toxic substance. Selling or giving oxy to an underage person. Sale of irregular chemicals. Oh, sale of regulated chemicals. Sorry. Sales of any chemicals. Oh, like nail polish remover? No, the same. Alright, we're still good at no. Production or transportation of marijuana. I know it's legal now, but back then it wasn't. Very legal. Possession, use, or sale of marijuana. Dangerous drug, narcotic, or drugs. No. Possession, use, administration, sale, manufacture, transportation of prescription-only drugs. Yeah, you gave your husband Tylenol 3 and he got in trouble because he was in boot camp. Yeah. Oh, they had to call you to make sure that it was for you. And then he accidentally took it. Yeah. Administration, manufacture, transportation of dangerous drugs or narcotics. Sounds like the same. Manufacturing methamphetamines under circumstances that cause physical injury to a minor. Were you trying to cook and then it blew up? Okay. No. Involving or using minors in drug offenses. You'd be surprised. Possession, use, sale, or transfer of marijuana, peyote, prescription drugs, dangerous drugs, narcotic drugs, manufacture dangerous drugs in a drug-free school zone. You want pushing meds, thank God. Possession, manufacture, delivery, or advertisement of drug paraphernalia. No. You know, like the baseball we have marijuana leaf on it. Okay. Use or wire communication or electronic communication in drug-related transactions. United States to Colombia. Using a building for sale, manufacture, dangerous narcotics. Okay. Yeah, who could afford a building? Manufacture or distribute or prescribe only drugs. Manufacture or distribute. Okay. Manufacture, distribution, possession, or possession with intent to use, intimidate, control substances, imitation prescription only drugs, or imitation over-the-counter drugs. Manufacture of certain substances and drugs by certain means. No. Alright. Those were the short ones. We are now. Appellate offenses. Are you waiting for trial, or have you been convicted of committing, attempting, or to commit, soliciting, facilitating, aspiring to commit one of these crimes in this state of Arizona or any other state? You need to mark yes or no. If you're awaiting trial or been convicted or committed, attempted to commit, soliciting, illustrating, conspiring to commit one or more of these crimes, DPS will deny your level 1 clearance card. Okay? Alright. Death by execution. No. Shoplifting. forgery. Criminal possession of forgery device. Obtaining a signature of deception. Criminal impersonation. No. Theft of a credit card. No. Receipt of anything valuable obtained by fraudulent use of a credit card. Now, my older brother had a friend. Oh my gosh. He used to, obviously this was the 80s and 90s. He would go to mailboxes and take credit cards and use them. So sad. Forgery of a credit card. No. Fraudulent use of a credit card. No. Possession of any machinery, plate, or other incomplete credit card. No. Remember those when you used to have to do the credit card and you had to go and then you get, because it had the blue copy that copied and you get one. And anyway, I'm dating myself. False statement to financial condition or identify to obtain a credit card. No. Fraud by persons authorized to provide goods or services. No. Credit card record thief. Misconduct involving weapons. No. Misconduct involving explosions. No. Yeah, you probably wouldn't be here. Depositing explosives. No. Misconduct involving simulated explosives. No. Only in games, right? PS4. Concealing weapons. Violation. No. Misdemeanor indecent exposure. No. Misdemeanor public sexual decency. No. Aggravated criminal damage. No. Adding poison or other harmful substance to food, drink, or medicine. No. Good. A criminal offense involving criminal trespass under Title 13, Chapter 15. No. Just Title 12, Chapter 7. Criminal offense involving burglary. Better work that right. Okay. Criminal offense involving organized crime. You with the mafia? Okay. Misdemeanor offense involving child negligence. No. Misdemeanor offense involving contributing to a delinquent minor. No. Misdemeanor offense involving domestic violence. That's stupid. No. Felony offense involving domestic violence. No. Arson. No. Criminal damage. No. Misappropriate of charter school monies. No. Taking identity of another person. No. Or entity. How can you? Entity. Did you try to pretend you were Alice? Okay. Aggravated taking identity of another person or entity. Trafficking in identity of another person. Cruelty to animal. Possession as described. Oh, prostitution. No. Sale or distribution of material harmful to minors, vending machine as described. No. Welfare fraud. No. Kidnapping. No. Okay. So kidnapping. No. Welfare. Robbery. Aggravated robbery. No. Misdemeanor. Endangerment. No. Threatening or intimidating misdemeanor. No. dangerous drugs? No. Misdemeanor, dangerous or deadly assault by prisoner or juvenile? No. Misdemeanor, prisoner who committed assault with intent to write? No. Misdemeanor, assault by vicious animal? No. Misdemeanor, tried by shooting? No. Misdemeanor, assault on public safety employee? No. Misdemeanor, discharging firearm and destruction? No. Misdemeanor, prisoner, assault, bodily fluids? No. Misdemeanor, aiming the laser pointing at a police officer? No. Misdemeanor, possession by sale of vape? No. Misdemeanor, possession of sale of vapor, releasing substance containing a toxic substance? No. Misdemeanor, selling or giving material? No. Misdemeanor, sale of regular chemicals? No. Misdemeanor, sale of precursor material? No. Misdemeanor, production or transportation of any weapon? No. Misdemeanor, possession, use to sale of marijuana, dangerous drug, narcotic drugs? No. Misdemeanor, possession, use, administration, sale, manufacture, transportation of prescription-only drugs? No. Misdemeanor, administrative, transportation of dangerous drug, narcotics? Misdemeanor, manufacture, methamphetamine under circumstances that cause physical injury, harm to a minor under the age of 15? No. Misdemeanor, involving or using minors in drug offenses? No. Misdemeanor, possession, use, sale, transfer of marijuana, ALT, prescription drugs, dangerous drugs, or narcotic drugs, manufactured drugs, drug raising schools? No. Misdemeanor, possession, manufacture, delivery, no. Communication, electronic communication, no. Misdemeanor, use of infinitely for sale, manufacture, judgment, content? Misdemeanor, manufacture, judgment, possession by drug holding? No. Misdemeanor, manufacture, judgment, possession, with intent to use? No. Misdemeanor, manufacture, of certain substance of drugs? No. You're done with that part. Okay. So, you are going to take this with you and you are going to fill this out. This part is easy. We just need your name, address, date of birth, if you've ever been arrested, which is no. If you've been, let's see, I'd ask you some more questions, and then you're gonna have to get this notarized, okay? So this is for you and your husband. So your husband has to fill this out also with the nose, hopefully. Okay, I know that was intense, but it will be well worth it. You know, I see it as normal women who can give birth have 9 months of pregnancy, depending on when they find out. If some find out at 2 months, some find out at 5 months. My cousin didn't find out till she was 7 months. Yeah. So that gives you a few months to prepare, right? So this is kind of like your pregnancy, doing all these paperwork. I just want you to hang in there and focus on that little baby that you're gonna get soon, okay? Thank you so much for joining me today in this crazy ASMR video. And remember to shine bright like a diamond, shine bright like a diamond.